I was just trying to set my timer so I could actually pay attention to how long it was, and I had already hit the record button. And wow, 3, 2, 1 goes fast. So, hi, welcome back to another vlog with Honey. Let's vlog with Honey. It's Honey time, whatever you want to say. Oh, um. Anyway, I want to talk to you guys about Minecon 2. Minecon 2. Minecon Day 2 is what's on my mind, and I kind of want to finish off the Minecon so we can talk about other stuff. What other stuff? I don't know. Maybe you guys can ask me some questions and we'll do a Q&A. Anyway, Minecon Day 2. So what happened in Minecon Day 2? Well, I kind of want to break it down into two parts. Not like two parts, two separate vlog days, but two parts within the vlog. So the first part is actually Minecon. Now, last time I talked to you guys about meeting people and kind of seeing the recognition in their eyes and how really cool that was. But there were two people that specifically I did not mention. I think I didn't mention. I might have mentioned in passing. But I believe there were two people I didn't mention because my plan was to talk about them more today. And those two people would be Seth Bling and MC Gamer. I am friends with Seth Bling. We've done a lot of things together. Been in some of his videos. We've done tournaments together. We've cast games together. Helped him. He's answered my questions. You know, we're just friends. We're just friends. And he was another one that I got to meet that night, day one at the Minecraft event. And it was really, really neat because, you know, he had all these people around him and they're all talking about, oh, Seth Bling, Seth Bling. And then I'm just sitting there quietly. And again, I introduced myself. Hi, I'm Honey. And it was so great because he kind of smacked my hand away. It's like, forget that. Give me a hug. And I got a big hug. And that kind of started the hugs with Seth Bling too. So every time I saw him, you know, I had to give him a hug. And that was pretty common. I mean, I did that with a lot of people. But I got to see him quite a bit, especially they're at the conventions in and out. So you're going to kind of hear little things about Seth. So I want to be sure I talked about him too. It was really fantastic. Before Minecon, it was kind of like, I'm so giving you a hug when I see you there. So I thought it was really great. And it was awesome to see him there as an official Minecracker, you know, and not just as the Redstone guy or the big YouTuber guy. So that was really neat too. Anyway, so I got to meet him that first night. Now the next day, oh, I should talk about MC too. Yeah, I really have this planned out. So MC Gamer was kind of the same thing. I stood behind him. In fact, they were kind of near each other. They were in the same general room. I went over to MC Gamer after Seth, and I waited kind of behind him because he, again, had a large forming line. And at one point when he kind of had a break, I stepped up and I said, hey, MC, you know, I'm Honey. And again, I got a big hug. Oh, it's Honey. And it was really nice. I haven't had the pleasure of working with MC, but we do know of each other. And it was just really nice to be able to, you know, to kind of meet him. And then we got to hang out quite a bit that night at the party as he kind of, you know, sat down and had rest here and there, or as, you know, we just stood and visited here and there. So it was really, really nice. And he was absolutely hilarious. Oh my goodness, he is hilarious. It was so, so much fun to go around and get to do stuff with MC. So anyway, day two. We're back to day two. That's just the setup. We were at the convention, and my little group actually didn't make it to the opening ceremonies, and I wasn't that worried about it. Everybody was tired. I mean, I was awake and it was fine, but you know, we sort of slowly got ready, had some breakfast there. We had some breakfast there at the hotel, I think, or we skipped it that morning. I think we skipped it that morning. Anyway, we got to the convention and we met up with MC and Dyer and Dark, and you know, we were all there with Lady and Sixalona, and we were kind of chatting, and it was time for lunch, really. And that's right, we had to get breakfast since none of us had eaten. It was like, well, let's go ahead and get lunch. Now they had a thing there that if you bought a drink, you could refill it the whole day. So we all bought a $3 drink, and then, you know, kept the cup and you refilled it that day. Not a bad deal. So we said let's go get some food, and MC Gamer and Dark Fan and I were walking over to kind of scout out a table, and MC just wanted to go sit on the floor somewhere. So that's what we did. MC and Dark kind of leaned against a big pole, which we didn't realize. I didn't realize until later that there was plugins there. It was so cool. You had electrical and like charging, like USB. Like you had like proper charging stations. It was really, really nice. So we were all sitting there. Well, the three of us were sitting there, and then everybody else sort of faded in that was going to sit there. And then we ended up kind of making this circle, this rough circle on the floor. We're all sitting Indian style, and we're all on the floor. And our circle sort of progressively grew that day. It was so neat. We had Rob come and join us, and he sat down. And we had, Neon Tiger come join us, and just, various people came and they sat and they joined the circle. And MC just was very welcoming, like, yes, come join the circle. Well, while we were sitting there in our circle and just sort of chatting, and everybody was sort of slowly filing in with food, which is incredibly expensive at that convention. Holy mama. Sticker shock. Okay, anyway, not going there. As we were all filing in, a couple of interesting things happened. First of all, I did mention that Rob came and sat down with us. Okay, that's important. Pretty soon, we were talking about, in fact, we saw, B-Dubs was doing kind of caught, and he was doing a signature thing, and the line kept growing, and it kept growing, and people were going up the escalator or down the escalator. I think they were going down the escalator, and it was causing like a safety issue. There was a flow problem, and so he was basically told to move down into the area, kind of past the food court over by where we were. So we didn't know all that at the time. We just knew that all of a sudden, here comes B-Dubs. And it was like the Pied Piper. He's walking along, and everybody, this huge, massive line just follows him. And so there's B-Dubs walking along, and there's this huge train of people that come behind him to sign. Well, it turns out that he actually told them, okay, folks, let's go. So he kind of called them to follow him, but it was just hilarious because to our perspective, here comes B-Dubs. Oh, mama. And everybody else kind of came along. So anyway, that's what happened. He came and he was standing there and he was signing autographs, and it's kind of, hi MC, hi B-Dubs. And we were talking to the B-Dubs line, and we offered the B-Dubs line, we as in everybody in the circle of friendship with MC Gamer. So we offered the people in the line to come and join our circle, and quite a few of them did actually. They came and joined our circle. And as we were sitting there, Seth Bling came walking. It's really weird for me to say Seth Bling because I just call him Seth, but okay, I've said who I'm referring to. I'm just going to call him like I normally do. So Seth comes walking over towards us. We assumed to have a seat and join us because he's literally walking straight to the circle. And out of nowhere, Rob calls out, hey everybody, it's Seth Bling! Or look everybody in B-Dub's line. Seth Bling doesn't have anybody, or whatever it was he said. That was the gist of it. And all of a sudden, a bunch of people from B-Dub's line actually left and instantly swarmed poor Seth. And so he's standing there, he's just like, he just kind of grinned like, thanks. And he went over to the side and started signing autographs. So our circle is in the middle, and it was an ever-growing circle. We had to keep scooching our booch and making room for more people. So we had this ever-growing circle of circle of friendship with MC Gamer, and on one side we had B-Dubs signing autograph in his never-ending line. I swear he was there for 6 hours. I am not even kidding you. And then we had Seth Bling on the other side, who was signing autographs and hopefully going to diminish and come over. So that was our circle story. And of course, Rob immediately went over and was like, hey man, I'm sorry. It was just a joke. In fact, he made a Vine of it. If you haven't seen it, go watch it. That was pretty funny. Hey, BWO line, there goes Seth Bling. So anyway, that was really neat. And then later on, I saw Seth in passing, and I just, I said, hey, Seth. And I went to give him gave him a hug, said, hey, Seth, or whatever. And as soon as I said his name, all I said was Seth. I didn't say Seth Bling. I just said, hey, there is Seth. I just said, hey, Seth. And people walked out. I was like, Seth? Seth, and people walked over and they wanted his signature. He actually said, "Thanks, honey." Like, I'm sorry. So every time I saw Seth after that, which was innumerable, I did like, I'm not going to say your name. I'm going to just be really quiet. So anyway, that was so much fun. And we had an epic adventure. Unfortunately, MC Gamer did end up losing his phone that day. And that, I was one of the people that we walked around forever trying to retrace the steps, going to security, trying to get that found. It was a real difficulty. A lot of you guys already know that separately, so I'm going to leave that story. It's not my story to tell. But that kind of broke up our group a little bit. So Dark and Six took MC and ended up going to several Verizon stores and had a whole epic phone thing. Well, Lady and I ended up getting a ride with Kaiser, who actually ended up being a huge hero and driving us all over the place. And we went to a restaurant with a whole bunch of people. We got to meet Purple, and we hung out with Ray and Mihayu and his wife and kids, and we had just Tibby came with his wife and daughter, and it just sort of grew. Lucky was there, and we just had a great dinner out. And holy crap, an expensive dinner. Again, sticker shock. We had a great dinner out. Well, Lady and I were going to go ahead and head over to the shuttles to get our ride to the Islands of Adventure. We've been so excited about this. MC was just the whole weekend was like, Harry Potter world. Gotta do it. And so, yeah, we were looking forward to it. Everybody was talking about having butterbeer and all that cool stuff. So we went, and now it's getting dark, and it had rained while we were eating. So it wasn't raining when we went out, and Kaiser went with us. He was going to drive us, but we're like, no, we know there's a shuttle nearby. They had them all over the place, and you know what? That's awesome. Minecon, they had the shuttles, and it was getting cold, and it was raining, and we're like, we're going to get rained out. But we got this. So Kaiser escorted us, and Lady and I, and we said goodbye to everybody, and we wandered, and and of course I sang songs, and Lady kind of teased me about that. So we eventually found our shuttle, and Kaiser wasn't going, so he left, but made sure we were there safe. So we got escorted, and that was really nice because we were kind of cutting through alleys and poking around hotels. But we got there, and we were safe and sound, and then we got driven there, and we ended up texting back and forth and meeting up with everybody there at the. We were actually one of the first people there from our group of people that we knew anyway. We ended up seeing lots of people out there, kind of saw some of the Minecrackers in passing, got to visit with Pungence a bit. He is so sweet and so cute. Oh my goodness, B-Dubs and Pungence, you guys have way too many cute genes in your family. Oh my goodness. And B-Dubs, your wife is so beautiful, and your daughter, or son, whatever your baby is going to be just as beautiful, I'm sure. So anyway, we were there, and once we got to meet up with everybody, the first thing we did, and Dyer was there and Great Scott, and once we met up with everybody, we made a beeline to Harry Potter World, of course. Everybody, we wanted our butterbeer, and MC wanted to buy himself a wand, and I wanted to get some souvenirs for Dawn and Sky and Nibby. So we went. And we were figuring out who wanted to do rides and who wanted to do just window shopping type stuff. I wanted to do a ride, and I will tell you now, I went on a roller coaster, but it is not a roller coaster. It was not a roller coaster. It was like a 2-minute G-force killer. That's what it was. Oh my goodness, I hiccuped. A silent hiccup, but it was still a hiccup. It was scary. And anyway. It was scary. It was an epic adventure. Dark and I had an epic adventure. And I didn't tell Dark, and I hope he didn't notice, but when we got off that thing, oh God, I thought I was going to be sick. Oh, remember that expensive dinner? Oh, I thought I was going to be sick. Oh, we got off, and I walked sideways. It was really hard, really hard, to not be sick. But anyway, we had a great time. We got to taste our butterbeer. I didn't get sick. We got to taste our butterbeer. We They got their wands, and we got to see, we kind of acted out scenes from Harry Potter, and just had a great time. MC and Scott waltzed around and did a dance, and we came across Tibbs and his family. We came across Raymond, and Mihayu, and I got to meet Hodge there. I had a spawner pin, and I saw somebody with a spawn shirt, and I'm like chasing after them. And then they went back to Hodge and said, "Hey, I just met a spawner that recognized me from my shirt." So he said, "Where? Show me, honey." So we got to meet Hodge there. And anyway, it was really great. I did see Seth again in passing as he was leaving. I got another hug or two. And we didn't get to really have a lot of time to talk, but we did get lots of hugs. And he's like, I gotta go. They're calling me this way. So he took off at the end there. But it was really nice. And the park was completely emptied, except for Minecon folks. And that was cool. That was cool because you basically just walked in everywhere. You just waltzed in. It was so neat. And before we left, I'm like, wait, I haven't got any souvenirs because I went on the ride. And can we please stop at, I specifically asked to stop at Zonko's and Honeydukes, which, if you know anything about Harry Potter, is like the joke shop and the sweet shop. And I thought, well, surely I can pick up something for my little girls there. And no way in heck I was gonna buy a wand that started at like $30. Yeah. Anyway, I was desperate to try to find them something that I could justify paying for and that they would like. And so I thought that's the perfect place. Did I mention the sticker shock earlier? Holy crap. I walked in, I'm like, ooh, every flavor beans. I'll pick up those. Ooh, there's a chocolate frog. I'll pick up that. Oh, no. No. Somebody's like, how much is that, honey? And I turned it over and it was like, oh, I had a heart attack. It was like $10 and $12. I put those suckers down like they were China. Anyway, I kept looking around. I couldn't do that for something that we were going to just eat. And I know my girls is going to be gone in 30 seconds. Yeah. Oh, I didn't bring one in. Well, I ended up getting them a Zonko's mug, a coffee mug. And it was like a tall coffee mug, kind of an interesting shape to it. It's black. It's got red Zonkos across it. I mean, it's nice. It's nice. And that's something that they can have forever. Even if they're not drinking out of it, they can stick it on their desk and put pens in it for all I care. It's still way more money, but I bought that. And I wasn't going to get anything for myself. And then I saw her. I have her right here. She's usually in my bed, but I have her right here. Oops, let me turn her face. Lady Pinkermort! I present to you Lady Pinkermort. If I could turn her around like right. Lady Pinkermort. There she is. Isn't she cute? Oh my goodness. She is so adorable. Okay, now Lady Pinkermort. I have to tell you how she got her name. I was in... and first of all, I bought her... okay, as girlfriend. This is Ren. This is my Ren. I came home from vacation in New York with Ren. Ren is adorable, as in Ren and Stimpy. And he needed a girlfriend. So he got Lady Pinkerton. And they're normally... hanging out behind me on the bed. So anyway, that's where they are. She's a delicate flower. I will put her down nicely in a little bit. So she, I bought her. They had pink and they had purple, and I was so tempted. Oh, I was so tempted. I almost got them for the girls. But I thought, stuffed, fluffy, cute animal mug they could use longer. I went with the mug, but I got me Lady Pinkermort. Now, it's like a pygmy puff or something like that, and they only have the pink and the purple. I was at checkout, and I was looking at it, and I didn't have a name. I was just looking at it. It was so cute. And this kid standing there said, you should name it Sir Pinkerton. And when I left the store, after I paid for everything, I left the store, and I told MC Game. I showed everybody, and I told MC Gamer, the kid said I should name her Sir Pinkerton, and he said, "No, Pinker Mort." You know, as in Voldemort, the bad guy in Harry Potter. Get it? Pinker Mort. Mort. Got it. Yeah. So I named her Sir Pinker Mort, and I kind of liked the Sir at the time because like in the anime Hellsing, Sir Allegra. You know, she's a chica, but she goes by Sir. She's like knighted. She's a badass. But I decided that she was much more the lady type. So that night at the hotel when we got back, lady was, I'm still trying to hold it straight. Lady was tweeting and teasing me because I was playing with my dolls because I introduced Ren, who, yes, I did pack in my bags and take with me. Anyway, I don't know. I was packing that night and it was like, I just did it. So anyway, Lady Onyx was teasing me about her and she's like, "Sir, huh?" And I went, "Wait, it's a lady. It's a lady. She's a lady." So Lady Pinkerton is Lady Pinkermort. Ah, Lady Pinkermort was born, and there you go. That is that's how I got Lady Pinkermort. And some of you have heard me refer to Pinkermort in the stream as one of the kids or another try to take her away because she's so adorable. All the girls were like, "Oh, we wanted one too," but they do like their mug, so it worked out in the end. So there you go. That is Minecon Day 2. There's a whole lot more stuff, but like I said, I got to meet tons of people, and overall a good time was had. But I'm trying to just keep it to the highlights here, folks. So that's it. Like, could I say anymore? I'm gonna go ahead and kill it there, so I can see my button. I can see your underwear from down here.